We're back at Happy Valley on Wednesday night for a 9-race program at the City Circuit. Welcome in to Racing to Win, where we're going to preview it all for you right here. Joined in the studio and on the panel today by Paul Lally and also Tom Wood. And Tom, we've got 9 races after a little hiatus from the Valley.
Yeah, we've had a little bit of a break there, Mark. Track looking in good order. We've got a good meeting coming up on Wednesday night. Looks like it should be dry. The main event, of course, race number 8, it is Class 2, 1,200 metres. Horses like Majestic Star coming back. How Deep Is Your Love, packing Treadmill, Adios. I thought they looked to be the 3 in that race, however. We will be previewing that race on the show. Paul Lally joins us too. Do we have jackpots?
We don't. There's no jackpots. A lot of interest around Sonpak Fu going for 5 in a row. Farfar was the last horse to do 5 in a row, but what Farfar did, he did it over 2 seasons. He won 1 at the back end of 1 season, then won 4 in a row. Sonpak Fu's going for 5 in the 1 season.
He's way up in the weights too, isn't he?
He is, with a wide draw, so it's not going to be easy.
And some scratchings to pass on for the meeting. Race 3, number 8, Chung Fat has come out, replaced by Happy Soul. Karis Teaton will take the ride on Happy Soul. Race 8, number 5, Astrologer is not running. Keith Young rides the new number 5 in race 8, which is Keep You Warm. The meeting details for Wednesday night are as follows. We're right in the back end of the season now as we head to meeting number 71 of 88. 9 on the B course, and the first race gets underway at 6:45. The 2 races we focus on, races 8 to 9, the Victoria Harbour Handicap at Class 2 over the 1,200 and the Aldridge Bay Handicap at Class 3 over the 1,200 metres. But race number 8, post time for this one is 10:15. We've got Computer Patch drawn gate 12 and having the top weight again. Majestic Star, he bled last time, so it's first start since December. Tongue Tie goes on. Whiz Kids never won past 1,000 metres. I'm a Single Man's raced best so far at Shah 10. How Deep Is Your Love? Impressive winner last time, but he goes up an extra 10 pounds in weight. Adios is a 2-time course and distance winner. Atomic Force has a wider draw. Eason had his best run in Class 2 last time, and Harmony and Rich is now with David Hayes, having had the first start for the stable with that 5th behind How Deep Is Your Love last time. Now, he does have plenty of early speed, does Harmony and Rich, Tom, as we're expecting a good tempo, but Whiz Kid's got more.
Yeah, he certainly does, and he certainly likes to go forward. Brendan Abdullah rides for him, but he does tend to struggle course and distance. Well, he's trying course and distance for the first time, but Happy Valley here, he's had 4 wins, all been over 1,000 metres, so it's that extra bit of distance that he does struggle with. Adios should be close up. Harmony and Rich, Paul, the alternate leader of the race. And what does Zach do with the Majestic Star first up?
Yeah, it's just going to try and slot in, isn't he? I mean, with WizKid's pace, it might open the field up a little bit. He might be able to slot in behind Adios in front of How Deep Is Your Love. I think that's what he's going to be looking for. It just makes it tricky from that draw, though.
So that is the speed map, and all question marks around the 2 and the 6. But we know the 6 is a very, very promising horse. How Deep Is Your Love? And Nick spoke to his regular pilot, Karis Teaton.
Karis, How Deep Is Your Love is a horse that we've spoken about plenty, but I think certainly worthy of the conversation because he's continuing to do a great job. That win last time, talk me through it, because you came up the less favoured part of the track, but he was very good.
Yeah, you know, he had a few things that didn't go his way last time. Got a bit of a battle with the outside horse at the back straight. Want to keep off that inside, as you mentioned. Now that inside seems to be running dead towards the end of the night, and but, you know, it worked out okay. His ability took him to the line, and he won a nice race.
Given all of those factors, Karis, how much can we upgrade the performance? Because I guess we have to some degree, don't we?
Yeah, of course. You know, he's progressing nicely. He's after every win, he's sort of maturing nicely. I believe last time after his run at Charlton, he improved a bit, and I could feel that last time. So I think going forward, you know, he's a very smart horse.
You've ridden him in the majority of his races this campaign. I mean, he's had a relatively busy campaign. This will be start number 10 of the season. Do you feel he's probably coming to the end of his preparation in any way, or do you think there's still plenty more to offer with him?
Yeah, of course. You know, he's in a great hand of Mr. Size, and he knows the horse is doing well, so he's running him where the horse can run. And like I said, he looks like he's in good shape, and it's going to be a nice race for him tomorrow. And like I say, he's been running well this season. Let's hope he keeps running well.
There's no doubting, Tom, the horse's ability. We're about to have a look at his report card right now, but he got all the favours that night, went through on the inside, and he does have an extra 10 pounds on his back.
He does, so it's not going to be easy for him this time round. And of course, that was the race that he raced next to Astrologer, and he did have a bit of a bumping duel there with Astrologer at a few points of the race, and as a consequence of that, Jerry Chow got suspended for that. But look, he's going again in the right direction, Paul, and barrier 6 should see him get a pretty good run, I think.
He's a 3-year-old having his 10th run this season, so look, they have missed him this season, but John So's obviously very happy with him because he keeps winning and keeps improving. So look forward to him next year as well, because I think he's only going to get better.
He's put on 14 pounds, the horse himself too.
So very good.
All right, we'll find out where he fits in the boys' selections shortly. A few others to have a look at here. We've got WizKid running 4th, Harmony and Rich running 2nd. Paul, this was back on the 8th of March over the 1,000, so they're stepping up in trip for this race too, and it was a few runs ago for Harmony and Rich.
Yeah, a few runs ago now. He's got the perfect draw in barrier number 1. He didn't quite make it in. Astrologer was disappointing for me in this race. He didn't fail to run on, so I just wondered if he'd had enough as well.
Yeah, and look, Harmony and Rich, I just think he'd probably appreciate the drop back in grade, this horse. He's off a rating of 84. He's drawn well, so he's going to get a perfect run up on the speed, but I think he'd be really competitive if he dropped a grade. Yeah.
Chart in form now, Tom, and this is Packing Treadmill. He ran 6th in this race, but he covered plenty of ground. Grateful Heart 7th. He won't mind coming back to Happy Valley.
No, and Packing Treadmill, as you mentioned, Mark, he covered a lot of ground. This was the race that was won by Red Lion, and we've seen what he's been able to go on and do. He's coming to Happy Valley for the first time. He has trialled here in the past. Of course, they whacked him in the first leg of the 4-year-old series there over a mile, and he ran 3rd to Voyage Bubble. Since then, he's been placed in behind Victor, the winner. So with hopefully he gets some sort of an economical run, Paul, he can get in and get some cover. Yeah,
a little bit of a tricky draw, isn't he? Barrier number 8. But look, he'll be looking for cover midfield somewhere, and it is his first start at Happy Valley, so that's a slight concern for me.
He's had a quiet trial since, Paul, but this is the trial that he had at Happy Valley. We are going back to last September. It's simply to highlight how he handled the track.
Yeah, and he seemed to highlight it fine. He finished 3rd in this particular trial. He came around the bend with no problems, as you can see. So, look, the track's fine. It's more the barrier draw for barrier 8, and first time under lights, I suppose, is the other query. But we know he's a class horse. He's hard to leave out. I've definitely included him.
Yeah, and he has been back to the trial since his last run on the 9th of April. He was down the track in that he ran 9th, but there was no pressure at all put on him whatsoever there. So, look, I think he's going well enough. He just needs the right sort of run, I think, from the draw.
Hugh Bowman, the man to overcome the barrier draw for Francis Loy. Our next replay, though, Tom, is Adios running 4th. This is on the turf, last time at Sha Tin. We know he loves Happy Valley. He's a 2-time course and distance winner.
Definitely think he's one of the main players here. This was on the slow track we had at Sha Tin a couple of weeks ago. No match for Golden Express and Co here. Winning Dream replaced in this race as well. And he's course and distance, 2 wins from 6 starts, a couple of other minor placings. He's got to be prominent for sure in this race, Paul. He's one of the top 3 chances, I believe.
Yeah, I agree. I think this is a really strong form race. Now, there's an asterisk with it because of the slow track, but he's a 2-time course and distance winner.
That's a good report for Adios. Now, this horse we haven't seen for a while, Paul, Majestic Star, because he bled on the 4th of December. Tongue tie goes on. Zach Purton aboard. He's had 2 trials. The first he ran 5th behind Campione. This the second of them where he was placed behind Midori Beach, and he makes up plenty of ground. Yeah,
look, the thing with Majestic Star is we haven't seen him for a while. He's drawn awkwardly in barrier number 10. He's got to carry 134. Tongue tie on. Look, and he's a bleeder, so I just worry about all those things.
Yeah, I wanted to keep him safe. I put him in on a 4th line in the end. So I thought the trial looked okay. He quickened nicely there without being asked too much over the final stages. But from the draw, he's going to need everything to go right as well, this horse.
Had 3 goes first up for a 4th is the best that he has done so far. It's Zach Purton and Denny Shum with Majestic Star. It's a really good field, this one, Paul. Who do you like?
I think How Deep Is Your Love's going really well. He's only a 3-year-old, but he's taking his racing really well. And I think he can win again. He's very progressive for me. Adios, the danger in for 2nd, Packing Treadmill. I'm going to put Eason in for 4th. He did run 4th in this grade last time. He does struggle in the grade, but look, he'll get back with a bit of pace on. I thought he could run on the best of the rest. 6, 8, 7, 11.
Same top 3, and actually nearly threw in Eason as well. He got a really long way back last time out and looked flat coming down the side, but responded again late. But How Deep Is Your Love, I think, can win again. I think Adios is definitely one of his main dangers here. Does enjoy Happy Valley. Derek Long for Frankie Laurie's carrying 2 pounds less than he was last time out. Packing Treadmill goes in for his first assignment round the valley, and Majestic Star will need some luck from the draw of barrier number 10. He is a bleeder. He's at the tongue tie going on. First up for 164 days. Zach Purton, Danny Shum. 6, 8, 7 and 2.
That is a hot field for race number 8 on Wednesday night. We're going to take a break here on Racing to Win. After this, another good race is the 9th, and we'll preview that next. Welcome back to Racing to Win. Nominations out for the last Group 1 of the season in Hong Kong. The Standard Chartered Champions and Chater. The race headlined by Romantic Warrior. Straight Aaron, who was so impressive in winning the Group 3 last time, is also amongst the nominations. But before we focus on Group 1 racing later in the coming weeks, we've got race number 9 to look at first on Wednesday night. Family Folks raced wide last time. He's on the class drop. Does love this course and distance and gets his best mate Antoine Hemlin back on board as well. Sonpak Fu looking for 5 in a row. Has an extra 13 pounds on his back. Excellent Piers is a 4-time course and distance winner. Regal and Ace One have both been back to the trials. Brave Star races well course and distance. Better Draw for Nakoni County. All Greek to Meet also been back to the trials. Superb Capitalist makes his Happy Valley debut. Flash race wide again last time. And Telecom Speed was a winner on the class drop. And he comes back up into Class 3 on the back of that win. Now, the speed map here, Tom. Good is the pace. And Superb Capitalist only knows one speed. Yeah, and that is going forward and going quickly. Superb Capitalist, he tried to do that on the all-weather last time out in the race that eventually was won by Youthful Deal. He has trialled at Happy Valley in the past. All Greek to Me, of course, he's got pace, but he was really poor last time out. Brave Star should end up in the perfect spot. And then you've got Golden Link Paul, who ran well last time out, but is getting close to that class drop, and he's got a wide draw. Sonpak Fu, do they take him all the way back?
Well, I think they're going to have to, aren't they, from barrier 11. Otherwise, if they do go forward, he's got that problem that he could be trapped wide. So there is a conundrum for Sonpak Fu what they're going to do, because he has raced handily in the past, but with Superb Capitalist in the field, I think he's more than likely to go back. He's winning barrier draws, 3-4, 3-4. He's come up with barrier number 11, thus Paul has him going back on the speed map. But the man that knows where he might end up better than anybody is his regular pilot in Jerry Chow.
Jerry, Sonpak Fu very much is the gift that keeps on giving. Not many horses can roll off a sequence like he's done. What chance him adding to it on Wednesday night, do you think?
It's a bit difficult now, because last time he had many waiting, and he get a wide barrier and the top weight, make it a bit difficult. But his horse keep improving, and I believe he can do a good job again. But need to see the race is going good for him or not.
He's a horse, Jerry, who just, like as you say, just continues to improve. What is it about this horse? I mean, you've had a good association with him now. You've ridden him 11 times for 4 wins. What is it about him that he keeps improving on? Because the fact he keeps winning, he obviously needs to keep improving. What is it in your mind that he's doing best, this horse?
He getting very settled this season. Even track work or race day, he settled down. He not fighting with me. And he just listened to me and make it easier to control, and yeah.
Jerry, the handicappers put an extra 12 pounds on him officially, carries an extra 13 here. That's a big impost, isn't it, for any horse to try and carry forward?
Yes, it's very difficult when at 13 pounds and need to only 1 month to need to improve. And it's a very difficult race for him, because we got a wide barrier. We need to think whether go a little bit forward or stay a little bit backward. But I think need to, when the gate open, need to think after that.
He's obviously a horse that continues to improve, of course. What's his best ground, Jerry? He's won on good to firm, good and yielding. He's very versatile as well. What do you think he performs best on?
Any surface, he can handle it. Maybe the muddy weather, maybe not shoot the other horse, but shoot him. Yeah. But the good ground, firm ground, he's all handled well.
You must just love turning up on race day to ride this horse, Jerry.
Yeah, every time when I press the button and he give me a very good turn of foot. Yeah, hope tomorrow he can do the same again.
Paul, you can't knock what Sonpak Fu has done. He's been in terrific form, but so much harder this week, isn't it, as we have a look at his graphic? Yeah, exactly. Well, he's won the 4 in a row. He's going for 5 in a row, but he's way up in weight. He's got to carry 133. He's drawn barrier 11. So
look, if he wins this, it'll be an impressive performance, I think.
Certainly will be. He went up 12 points last time out for that victory. He's got up 36 points in total, and the barrier draw is just going to make that whole much trickier for him this time round against what is a pretty good field.
It is, and some of those runners include, as we go across to the touchscreen, we've got Ace One there, Tom, who ran a second last time, and this was behind Magniac. Also coming out of this race is Excellent Peers. He's very consistent, doesn't mind the 1,200 metres around Happy Valley, but he does have that big weight to lump again, just like Sonpak Fu.
And he's got barrier 10, and I was a bit against him last time out with that wider straw that he had barrier 7 last time out, so he's out further this time round. There was rain about this night at Happy Valley, but Ace One was certainly better, Paul, because he'd put in a couple of average sort of runs leading up to this effort, but barrier 6, I thought this was a strong field. He just might find it that bit tougher.
Yeah, I thought, same as well, and he's third up now. He didn't start to racing this season until March, so I just worry about him in this field.
We'll keep an eye on him. The next two up include Brave Star, who is right there in the middle in the pink, brown and white, and the other one is All Greek to Me, who went back to the trials, Paul, and then he was scratched being lame, so they waited a few days and trialled him again after that, but Brave Star's the more consistent of the two at this stage.
Yeah, look, and he's going to be in the perfect position from barrier number 3, so I think he's going to be tough to beat in this Brave Star. All Greek to Me, I just don't like the pattern. He sort of dropped out pretty quickly here.
Yeah, and there was a bit of rain about, so there was a bit of cut in this track, whether he enjoyed that or not, All Greek to Me, but obviously being scratched at a barrier trial and then coming back 3 days later is obviously a concern. He did trial okay there, but I like Brave Star as well. He peeled out 3 wide around the turn, just came to the end of it late. The form out of his last couple of races has been good. Yeah.
He ran second in that trial, did All Greek to Me, beaten the neck behind Diamond Flare, led up and then was just grabbed right at the line. Here is the likely leader, Tom, Superb Capitalist. On the all-weather last time, he's full of speed, but he's got 1,200 metres to try and see us.
And he still hasn't reproduced what he did on debut in that Class 4 restricted race over Glory Bobo, who's just been recently retired. So, look, I think he's going to find it tough here. Paul, barrier 1, he's not gone in the right direction for mine.
Yeah, no, he hasn't. Look, he has had one trial at Happy Valley, which he won. So he can handle the Valley. That's one thing. And he is going to be in front out of all sort of problems. 1,200 at the Valley, I think, is easier than 1,200 at Sha Tin. So I'm going to put him in on a minor line just to keep him a bit safe.
Some trial form now, Paul, around Armour Eagle. That is him in the orange and yellow colours there. Sergeant Pepper, he leads for home. He failed on Wednesday night on the all-weather. Returns to Sha Tin after this trial, and he did go to the line under a good hold in it. Yeah,
he did. And look, at this, he did win off a rating of 70. He's up to 76, so he's up at a high rating. Just struggled a little bit in his last couple of starts, but the trial wasn't too bad.
Hopefully he can settle a little bit better this time round, because he was a bit keen and didn't really have a lot at the end to finish the race off. But here under a nice hold, and it's Harry Bentley riding. He was riding in this barrier trial, and just like the way finish off there. Barrier 9's a little tricky, but to keep him safe in a race like this.
He hasn't had too much luck with the barriers. 8, 12, 2 was okay. That was a 5th, a 12 and 5 in barrier number 5. Now this man, Tom, has at least trained one winner for the last 4 Happy Valley meetings.
He's been on fire, hasn't he? He would have been pretty happy if he'd only, I think, trained probably 20, 22, 23 winners this season, but he's well exceeded that number. He's up to 30 now, but 19 of them, Paul, have been at Happy Valley. A win rate there of just under 15%. Of course, he had a really late start to the season, but things have gone gangbusters since.
Yeah, definitely. Romantic Lau's a standout for me, and those for his runners here, I think that he can easily win. Holy Power, I think, is a really good chance as well. So I think there is 2 best chances.
Newcomer there as well, Prestige Mucci. His trials have been okay, and Fortune Master, I'm not sure about him in the first race.
That is Team Jamie Richards on Wednesday night. So we've seen race number 9 and the boys' thoughts. Who's the pick of them?
I'm going to go with Brave Star. I think he's just going to be in the perfect position, Brave Star. He can get first run and he can win this race. Look, it's hard to leave Sonpak Fu out. He's just in great form at the moment. Superb Capitalist from the front. And Janu Flash loves it here at Happy Valley as well. 6-2-9-11.
You definitely think that Brave Star is the horse to beat here for Jamie Richards, Francis Loy and Vincent Ho. Good run last time out, 1 back, 1 out. He peeled off them at the 400 metres, was only run down late by Nordic Dragon, who's since won again. And of course, Gummy's come out of the race that he won and he's come out and won the other day at Sha Tin on the all-weather. So 6 Brave Star, Francis Loy, Vincent Ho. Sonpak Fu just has to carry the big weight with a bad barrier. Janu Flash, I thought, was okay last time out behind Sonpak Fu, and Armour Eagle off the trial for Jamie Richards and Harry Bentley. So 6, 2, 11 and 4.
And that is the preview for race number 9. So we've seen the last 2 here on the show, Paul, which means we need all of the first 7 winners, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no problem whatsoever. Race number 1 is wide open, but Jack Wynn, he did win really nicely last time. He stays in the grade. I think he can win again. Romantic Lau looks ready to win. A little bit unlucky last time. E-Universe has run second in his last couple. He's ready to win. Holy Power. Hell's Bells is a first starter. Hopefully he'll be at a good price. I don't mind him each way. One for All's won his last couple. I think he can win again. And Meaningful Star has been placed in his last couple. I think he's ready to win.
They are the Paul Ali selections for Wednesday night. You can find a breakdown of all of those races on the website, hkjc.com. Click on audio and video for race-by-race analysis. Best bet.
E-Universe for me. I think he's just ready to win this horse. Got Hugh Bowman aboard, drawn barrier 8, but he can go forward from that draw. He's got some good early gate speed. We're going to make the each way play the first starter here, Hell's Bells. Liked his trials. He's going really well in those trials. Drawn a little bit awkward in 9, but there's a lot of pace in this race. He's got pace. I think he can get in behind the pace. Douglas White and Lyle Hewitson is teaming up there. And we'll do the play in race 9, one of the ones we talked about. Sompak Fu, Brave Star and Superb Cabalist QQP.
Best bet for me comes up in race 5. It's Savvy Delight. John Size, Zach Purton certainly caught the eye the way he was running on at the end last time out. His last win was off for 55. He's still a few points higher than that, but I think he is good enough to win. Circuit Splendor, he's off a low rating of 22 in Class 5, but he ran okay, I thought, last time out. Benno Jung and Matthew Perney's trialled twice since and looked good in those trials. And we'll go the all-up win again. Savvy Delight, How Deep Is Your Love, into Brave Star in the Get Out Stakes.
Packing Treadmill comes to Happy Valley for the first time. Looked to handle it pretty well in that trial last year. He's got some very strong form at Shard 10. Hugh Bowman on board to angle across from barrier number 8. How Deep Is Your Love, hoping that the £10 might just trip him up a little bit. And Hugh also rides Nakoni County in race number 9, who's won off ratings 72 and 67. He runs off a rating of 71 in a race with good speed. And make the QQP the play of the day. Race 8, 2 Majestic Star first up. How Deep Is Your Love and Packing Treadmill 2, 6 and 7 in race number 8. That has been Racing to Win for Happy Valley on Wednesday night. We then turn the page, Tom, to Shard 10 on Sunday. Tuchel lines up amongst a few out of the Derby.
Yeah, he does. Sweden counted one of those. You got All for St Paul's for Frankie Law, Spirit Express, and further down Flaming Rabbit with Amazing Victory, Paul.
Yeah, it's a good Class 3 with Prince of Porty, Lucky Encounter and Reward Smile against each other.
So that is coming up on the weekend, but we'll see you for the first at Happy Valley on Wednesday night at 6:45.